We chase happiness, don't we? We scroll through endless feeds looking for that little spark. We buy things we don't need to impress people we don't know. And when things get too heavy or too sad or just too boring, we find ways to numb it all out. It feels normal. It feels like modern life. But nearly 100 years ago, a man named Aldous Huxley looked into the future and saw exactly this. He didn't see a boot stamping on a human face like George Orwell did in 1984. He saw something much scarier. He saw a world where we aren't controlled by pain. We're controlled by pleasure. Welcome to the world state. This is the setting of Brave New World. It's a shiny, perfect society set about 500 years in the future. There is no war. There is no poverty. There is no sickness. Everyone is happy all the time. But as we peel back the layers of this story, we have to ask ourselves a difficult question. Is happiness worth it if you have to lose your soul to get it? Today I want to walk you through the hidden symbolism in this terrifying masterpiece. We're going to look at the specific things Huxley predicted, things that feel a little too familiar right now. Let's start with the most famous symbol in the book, Soma. In the book, Soma is a drug, but it's not like the drugs we have today exactly. It has no hangover. It has no bad side effects. The government hands it out like candy. If you feel sad, take a gram of Soma. If you're anxious about your job, take a gram of Soma. Huxley calls it a holiday from reality. It's instant bliss. But think about what that really means. It symbolizes the complete inability to face discomfort. It's the death of resilience. In our world, Soma isn't just a pill. It's the endless scroll of a short video app. It's the binge watching that keeps you from thinking about your loneliness. It's the notification sound that gives you that tiny hit of dopamine. Huxley was warning us that if we numb every negative emotion, we stop being human. We become happy, functioning zombies. And that brings us to how these zombies are made. The Bokanovsky Process. This is one of the most chilling concepts in the book. In this world, nobody is born. Nobody has parents. Human beings are grown in bottles in massive factories. The Bokanovsky Process is a method of shocking a fertilized egg, so it splits into dozens of identical twins. It's mass production applied to biology. 96 people from one egg. 96 workers who look exactly the same and think exactly the same. This symbolizes the total erasure of the individual. To the world state, you are not a person. You are a function. You are a cog in the machine. Huxley was terrified of a world where efficiency matters more than humanity. He saw the assembly lines of the 1920s and thought, what if they did this to us? It's a warning about conformity, about fitting into a mold so perfectly that you forget you are ever unique. And who do they worship in this factory world? They don't worship God. They worship Ford. Yes, Henry Ford, the man who invented the assembly line. In the book, they don't say, oh my Lord. They say, oh my Ford. They cut the tops off of crosses to make them into capital T's. Like the Model T, this is symbolism at its most blunt and powerful. It represents the replacement of religion with consumerism. It's the belief that technology and production will save us. It's the idea that history is bunk, as Ford once said. When you worship production, the only sin is not consuming enough. The only sin is a broken machine. It feels empty, doesn't it? A religion with no spirit, only goods. But how do you keep people believing in this empty system? You catch them while they sleep. Hypnopaedia. This is sleep teaching. From the moment these bottle-grown children are old enough to sleep, speakers under their pillows whisper to them all night long. Thousands and thousands of repetitions. I am so glad I am a beta. Everyone works for everyone else. Consumerism is good. They wake up believing these thoughts are their own. But they aren't. This symbolizes the power of conditioning. It's about how our beliefs are shaped by forces we don't even notice. Think about the advertising you see every day. Think about the algorithms that curate your reality. Are your opinions actually yours? Or have they been whispered into your ear so many times that you just accepted them? Huxley knew that the best prison is the one you don't know you're in. But even prisoners need entertainment. The Feelies. In Brave New World, you don't go to the movies. You go to the Feelies. You grab hold of two metal knobs on your seat, and you feel everything the characters feel. If they kiss, you feel the kiss. If they get hit, you feel the thud. It is pure sensory overload. It's immersive, flashy, and completely mindless. The plots are simple and silly. It's just sensation without substance. Huxley used the Feelies to predict our obsession with distraction. We want entertainment that overwhelms us. We want 4D experiences. We want VR headsets that block out the real world. We want to feel something, anything, as long as it isn't our own quiet thoughts. The Feelies promise connection, but they deliver only stimulation. And speaking of connection, there is a phrase they repeat constantly in the book. Everyone belongs to everyone else. This is the rule of their society regarding sex and relationships. Monogamy is forbidden. Privacy is suspicious. If you want to be with just one person, you are considered antisocial. You are supposed to have many partners constantly. On the surface, it looks like total freedom, but symbolically, it's the death of love. If everyone belongs to everyone, then nobody is special to anyone. It turns intimacy into a public utility, like water or electricity. It's just another form of consumption. Huxley saw that real love creates deep bonds, and deep bonds are dangerous to a controlling state. Because if you love someone, you might fight for them. You might suffer for them, and suffering is not allowed. So they remove the source of that bond. They remove the family, which brings us to the most obscene word in the world state, mother. In the book, if you say the word mother, people blush. They giggle nervously. They are disgusted. It's considered a dirty word. It implies filth and pain and messy biology. This symbolizes the sanitation of life. The world state wants everything to be sterile and clinical. A mother represents nature. She represents the unpredictable chaos of life. She represents a bond that the state didn't create. By making mother a dirty word, they cut the root of human connection. They make us orphans, dependent entirely on the state for care. It's heartbreaking to read, because you realize how much they have lost in their quest for cleanliness. But there is one place where the old world still exists: the Savage Reservation. The main characters take a trip to a reservation in New Mexico. Here, people still get married. They still give birth. They get old. They get sick. They have gods and rituals. It's dirty and it smells bad, but it's real. The reservation symbolizes the messy truth of the human condition. Huxley isn't saying this primitive life is perfect. It's hard and painful, but it has dignity. It has freedom. The contrast between the sterile city and the dirty reservation is the core of the book. You have to choose. Do you want a perfect, happy life with no meaning? Or do you want a hard, painful life that is actually yours? There is a character named John the Savage who comes from this reservation. And near the end of the book, he has an argument with the world controller. He shouts, "I don't want comfort, I want God, I want poetry, I want real danger, I want freedom, I want goodness, I want sin." He is claiming the right to be unhappy. Because without the right to be unhappy, you aren't free. Looking around at our world in 2026, Huxley's warning feels heavy. We have the technology. We have the pills. We have the distractions. We are slowly building a world where friction is eliminated, where we can curate our lives to avoid anything that makes us sad or uncomfortable. But Huxley reminds us that the friction is the point. The sadness is the point. The longing is the point. Those are the things that make us human. Huxley didn't predict a nightmare where we are screaming in pain. He predicted a nightmare where we are smiling blankly and we don't even know why. He predicted a cage that we would build for ourselves. And the door is locked from the inside. I think about this book a lot lately. It's a reminder to put down the phone sometimes. To sit with the silence even if it's uncomfortable. To feel the bad days just as fully as the good ones. Because that's what it means to be alive. I'd love to know what you think. If you had to choose between a guaranteed happy life with no freedom, or a free life with pain, which one would you honestly pick? Let me know in the comments below. It's not as easy of a choice as it sounds. If you found this interesting, please like this video and subscribe. It really helps us keep these conversations going. Take care of yourselves out there, and stay human.